ずっと。
How ridiculous. Despite all those fancy words, here we are. Fitting. This is truly fitting. Even a variable beyond calculation is too fragile to change anything. Nana, I wouldn't be standing here if I could truly free my soul from its burden. Ah, it's you. So, is this when we first met?
There you are, Shamash.
Nana. Zero, pass on this message. The command is a palindrome.
I see. It was indeed the right decision to have you stay there.
You discovered it. Why?
Why what? Why didn't I pursue Ereshkigal? Because that would be futile. I should have realized earlier that the key point is not preventing the Copper Sphere from being activated, because its activation is destined. In the future, we thought we should stop Aten from being activated, but that's a typical misunderstanding. What we should do is try to shut it down again once it's activated. It's a future that hasn't been seen. And it's our last hope.
The command.
It is true that only Ereshkigal knows the command. But there is no such thing as an unbreakable code. All codes share a common enemy, brute force method. With enough patience, I can eventually figure out the number of sand grains in every desert across the world. Given sufficient time, as long as I try them one by one, I can ultimately decipher all the codes in the world. Such is the mathematical death sentence for all codes, and brute force method is the executioner. It reminds me of something, you know? Exactly. It's similar to what this library has been doing for millennia. It lists an infinite number of possibilities based on a finite set of characters. Truth always exists in those infinite possibilities. All we lack now is time. The very purpose of cryptography is to delay the progress of decryption. Through countless laborers and slaves, combined with unwavering determination and patience, the Memphians unraveled the command to activate Aten. However, we don't have that much time or manpower. Nonetheless, we're a few thousand years ahead of the Memphians. During Akhenaten's era, people themselves were the basic computing unit. But now, the most advanced computer in the world is right here, in this part of the Babel Tower. And that's why I didn't pursue Ereshkigal, but came here instead.
The central computer room.
Indeed. These interconnected processing modules.
Insufficient.
Are you worried the computational power is still not enough? Well, if we solely rely on the processing modules in the tower, it might not be sufficient. But this is the Library of Babel. It replicates all the rooms infinitely, which in turn expands the size of our processing module rooms infinitely. So, we'll combat infinity with infinity. We use the library to achieve trillions of We'll connect all the extra processing modules, forming a processing network with ample computational power, and leave the rest to brute force method. Complex techniques are nothing in the face of raw power. Let's activate the central computer ahead. Let's see. With the current computational power, it'll take us another 24 hours to go through every possible combination. That's hardly surprising, to be honest. Looks like we'll have to connect the other arithmetic modules. The console for the first module is blocked. We need to find a way to lower this barrier. Are there sensors up there?
Nana, the space.
Yeah, I know. Things are getting tricky. The timeline of this library is collapsing, along with the nearby time periods. I'm afraid Erishon has caused it. This space is highly unstable now, and we can't be sure which point in time we've been sent back to. But don't worry. We still have a chance before the timeline of this space collapses completely. How much more do we need?
60%.
We need to pick up the pace.
巡る月よ、海の月を救ってみせて。粉砕せよ。
The control hub for the arithmetic module is up on that platform. But this place is like a labyrinth. I need to figure out how to navigate it.
拘束する。罪人は拘束する。
And this arithmetic module's All right, we're down to the last module. Let's keep going. We need to open that door to access the console for the last module. The last module's now connected. We can leave now. All the modules are connected now. Let's hurry back and reboot the central computer. We've successfully restarted. And now, we'll leave everything else to the brute force method. Don't let anything get near it until it finishes the calculation.
Worked?
If you're talking about getting a full list of all possible combinations, it worked. However, if you're talking about finding the specific one to deactivate Aten...
Verification.
Exactly. That's the most challenging part. Every possible word, phrase, and chapter now reside within this computational network. But how are we supposed to find that specific command? If we recite all the commands, one must deactivate Aten. But Aten is not here, and there are only the two of us. Can we really recite all the commands before we die of old age? How can we quickly send all these commands to Aten to check if they're correct? Oh gosh, Cosmos. You left behind quite a mess. What were you thinking? Huh? Hold on a sec.
When you face a problem that you can't solve, use it, Nana.
Critical moment. This is the critical moment. What am I supposed to do with your legacy? What are you doing? The port doesn't even match. This is... You... Get away from this place.
新しい楽譜を計算する時間ですね。
Zero. You'll meet someone in the near future. You will meet an outlander who once basked in the sunlight, but chose to descend into the depths of the caves. This outlander comes from the outside and knows nothing of the cave. Naturally, they will be confused about their situation. You must guide and protect them. This is your mission. From the moment you meet your fated person, your blank life will start getting its meaning. While inevitable destiny might sound like a burden, you can think of this fated encounter as a romantic tale and look forward to it. That's all I have to say. Now, I must depart. I'm going beyond the cave to see the real sun. Yes, we will. Remember, any destiny, no matter how long and complex, is only reflected in a single moment. The moment when you realize who you truly are. This is true for the Outlander, and for you too. When both of you realize who you truly are, we will meet again.
Why? Didn't I tell you to leave? Well, I'm sorry. Although I told you that you had the right to regret, that's not the truth. The director, no, Cosmos, he told me that I must keep whoever holds the pendant safe. So, if you had rejected my request back then, I would have erased your memory. Not only the memory of being here. Are you angry? You have every right to be angry. It's only natural to be angry when you've been lied to. I don't know. Let me down. I'm fine. My body possesses a special property. It's not safe ahead. Follow me. Let's go ahead and check things out. That was... Yeah, I did. The library is collapsing due to Arten's massive destruction. For the library itself, time and space are intertwined. It created these infinite rooms by organizing all... So naturally, if the library collapses, time collapses with it. When time and space collapse together, it's like a black hole, and once you cross the event horizon, all measurements... Think of this library as a colossal kaleidoscope. As it destabilizes and starts spinning, countless fragments fall, crack, and collide, intersecting in space and intertwining in time. What you saw is probably the time sector from when you first encountered Arashan and Arten, merged with our current time. What resides within the light cone is destined. The collapse starts here, at the singularity of the black hole. All light cones will curve toward the singularity, ultimately leading to an impenetrable event horizon. Even if we can change the past, it is destined. Find Arten. This isn't over yet. Arten hasn't detonated itself. Because if it did, everything here would be eliminated. We still have a chance. It must be at the starting point, where the beacon is located. No anomalies can resist their instinct to get close to the beacon.
Watch this. 磨いてみせる。正確無比に。
There's a trace left by Arten. Let's follow it. What's wrong? These bookshelves. I see. Do you remember what it was like when we first got here? That time sector is overlapping with the one we're in now. While we can observe them, they can't do the same with us. I'm not sure, but it's worth a shot. Back then, the people who sent messages to us were no other than our present selves. Let's give it a try. I know, but even so, we should follow what has already happened. Otherwise, the space would become even more unstable. Let's start from there. I remember the codes for those books. Watch out. The distortion is over. This bookshelf now contains the books only from this time sector. Let's go.
Remember? The second suspicious bookshelf is right here. We still have one more chance. Let's go. The third bookshelf is over there, but we can't reach it just yet. Try activating the console over there. Yeah. She can't hear us. That's her in another time sector before the library collapsed. We can observe them because we are the singularities.
Huh? Who's there?
At this rate, Arashon might not make it before our past selves come to help her. I'm sorry, but I'm not following your advice this time. Smash that pillar. It'll hold these things back. Farewell, Arashon. Let's follow Arten's traces and keep pushing forward. Now I understand. We were the ones who broke the doorway and stopped. Be careful. It's not safe here.